Sterling Heights has always been a safe city. That's why the Sterling Heights Police Department prides itself in keeping neighborhoods like this safe. Earlier this year, the Sterling Heights Police Department broke away from the Macomb County SWAT Department and started the Special Response Unit. The main factor in starting the Special Response Unit is the increased response time. When the city used Macomb County SWAT team, officers would meet at Mount Clemens and then head to the crime scene, sometimes taking over an hour. With the Special Response Unit, the Sterling Heights Police Department is readily available to handle difficult situations.
Go down. Hands on your back.
Sterling Heights decided to start their own special response team. Due to the size of our city, we're fourth in the state of Michigan right now in population and one of the largest departments in the state of Michigan. We haven't had an SRT unit or a SWAT team in the history of this department. We felt it was time, and mostly our biggest reason for going to this and deciding to do this was response time. We have officers on the street 24/7 that are going to be members of this unit that at any given notice will be ready to go. So especially like in an active shooter situation, they'll be ready to deploy.
Policemen in the Special Response Unit are equipped and trained to deal with situations that the average officer doesn't see on the streets too often.
Get him away from here. Like stop right there. Let's see if you know you're bringing a bad guy out because you got people looking at you.
And what makes them special, and I want to say special from other officers, but they're more trained in critical incidents such as sniper or hostage situations, let's say active shooter situations, warrant service, when our narcotics officers or our detective bureau has to go through a door and a search warrant. These officers will be trained on how to do that, and there's a lot that goes into that. You can't just take officers off the street that haven't had this training and expect them to perform at the level that these officers are going to perform. And it's tough training. They've been through a lot this week, physical as well as mentally demanding.
Okay, well,
The Sterling Heights Police Department has also started a crisis negotiating team to try and handle a situation more peacefully before the Special Response Unit takes action.
In conjunction with our special response team, we decided that to go with that, we needed crisis negotiators to hopefully negotiate any critical incidents such as a barricaded gunman or a hostage situation, and hopefully reach a peaceful conclusion, which in most cases is what happens. So, at all costs, we want to avoid any type of offensive techniques that we have to use on someone in a house, anything that's going to cause our officers any harm. But that's always the last thing we have to do. So.
Down. Hands behind your back, sir. Thank you. He's hooked. You got him? Got him.
To avoid the burden on taxpayers, the cost of this unit is made primarily through drug forfeiture funds, grant money, and officers purchasing equipment from their own paycheck.
With, unfortunately, the budget restrictions we're under right now with the current economy, I hate to use that, but that was another issue for us deciding to go to our own special response team. We were able to dictate our training when we could, where we could, in an effort to reduce cost to the cities with officers overtime.
For decades, units such as the Special Response Unit have been controversial. However, it's the priority of the Sterling Heights Police Department to keep the residents safe, and they feel that they need to be prepared for any occurrence.
I would say that these officers are there for their safety. If, God forbid, you're in a situation such as a bank holdup or in a store of any type where there's an armed gunman, and we see the news on a day-to-day basis where these incidents are occurring more and more frequently throughout the United States, a school shooting, God forbid. I think that anybody that has any sense of self-preservation is going to want to see these guys show up at the scene during an incident like that.